Okay, so I'm looking nicely like garbage right now. I'm uploading a video right now so you guys will see it before this one, but I thought I would tell you guys like why we haven't had anything for a couple of weeks. The video that I uploaded, it'll probably be like a few days earlier than this one. I had ready to go, like we had already filmed it and everything, and it was ready to be edited, but like a week and a half ago, as of like right now, or almost, I don't even know, almost 2 weeks now, so I guess a week and a half ago, I got a text from my sister, well, I guess I should back up. At the beginning of June, my mom went to the hospital, and my mom she had been sick, and she got like a lung thing, and my mom has asthma, and she has been like a heavy smoker her whole life and stuff, so she's had pneumonia a lot throughout her life and stuff. But she went into the hospital in early June, and she got like this lung illness, and they sent her home after a couple of weeks in the hospital with steroids, and the steroids were supposed to get rid of the illness that she had. And they live in Washington. They moved to Washington like right before I had Sophia, so we live in Colorado, and so they live like 1,000 miles away, literally, and so one of my sisters went over to her house at the beginning of the week of the 28th, and my mom wasn't looking good, and she was on oxygen because she had also gotten diagnosed with COPD after she left the hospital, and so my sister took her oxygen levels, and she was on a tank and everything, and her oxygen was reading at 50%. And so my sister told her that they needed to go to the hospital and stuff, and she was admitted to the hospital. And that was, I believe it was Monday. And my other sister she texted me that they were putting her on BiPAP, which she had been on BiPAP when she went into the hospital earlier that month. And if you don't know, so if you go into the hospital and you need respiratory support, and Sophia's on BiPAP at night for, well, she doesn't keep it on, but she's on BiPAP at night for sleep apnea. But when you go into the hospital for respiratory failure or illnesses, the levels of support that they give you is just regular oxygen, and then high flow oxygen, which just blows oxygen in a higher rate into your nose, and that's still a cannula. CPAP, which is a mask, and it blows really hard on your face to kind of open your airways up. BiPAP, which will give you a high concentration, like it breathes with you. And then after BiPAP, you're intubated. And intubation is when they put the tube down your throat and you are put into like a medically induced coma if you haven't gone into like respiratory failure and like gone into cardiac arrest or something, and they have to do an emergency intubation. So BiPAP is the last level before you have to be on full machine respiratory support. So she was saying that she was back on BiPAP, and then she said that she had to be moved to a different floor where she was with a nurse that only had 2 patients to a nurse, and she was like, but she's doing great. And you're not doing great if you only have a nurse that only has 2 patients. And I don't know, I mean, I think she was texting all of us that, but I don't know why she would think that I would I would believe that, but I don't know. What was it, Thursday? Apparently she had texted all of us, and she wanted to call us me at 4, but them at 3 because they're an hour behind us. And my little brother, I thought she was working, but my little brother called her and said, you know, you can't make me wait that long, because it was in the morning that she texted us that, and he was like, you can't make us wait that long. Or me, because we all didn't know that we had all been texted the same thing. And so my little brother called me, and I guess they had told my mom that there wasn't the illness had compromised her lungs beyond repair, and there wasn't anything else they could do, and that she only had a few days to live. And so the call that my little sister was texting us for was a care conference to tell us that and to discuss options. And so we were all thinking, me and my sisters that I was talking to, and my little brother, we were thinking that she was going to be talking about intubation, and that she wasn't going to want to do that, but that was going to be an option. And when we got onto the care conference, we were all on phones, because I'm in Colorado. My little brother's in college a few hours away from there. My little sister had just gone to Job Corps, so she was a few hours away. And my other little sister was at work. And so there was only one of my sisters, and then my youngest brother, who couldn't be in the care conference because he was only 12, and her husband. And the doctor told us on the phone that the intubation wasn't even an option, and that she only had a few days to live, and that she was choosing to go on to palliative care. And then he asked where I was, or where we all were, and I said that we were in Colorado, and he said that we needed to get there. And so we were trying to find plane tickets and figure out how to get there. And that night, my sister texted me and started saying that her oxygen levels were going down, and one of my sisters that was in Job Corps hadn't even been able to get there yet. And my little brother had gotten there, and at about 2:30 my time, about 1 a.m. their time, my little brother called me and called one of my other sisters, and we were on the phone with him. And my mom had wanted them to not be in the room, but she ended up dying that night. And so, I mean, I don't know. We were in Washington for a week. And it all happened really suddenly. And I got to talk a little bit to her, but none of us were expecting this to happen. I don't know. My mom had some bad habits in her life, but I mean, we didn't expect this kind of thing to happen like this. And so But I don't know when I'll have a regular kind of video out, because besides the one I'm uploading, because this has been hard. They don't really know how it progressed that fast, and anyway. So I guess I'll do another video when I'm not like this. So